Okay, so I know different people will hop on and off. It's 2 o'clock, so I'm going to go ahead and start. I get the privilege of having two of my level ones with me today. I have a list of tasks too that I'm going to do, but I'm going to let them both go first. And first up is Hannah. I have Hannah and Vicki. Hannah Montgomery on and Vicki Wellborn on. Vicki actually was on last week, but she had this tip that was so good, and I was like, you have to get on and share that this week. So she's going to hop on here in a little bit and share her tip. And then her and I were having coffee this morning, and she showed me something else, and I was like, you need to share that too today. So I have both of them on. First up is Hannah. So Hannah, you want to go ahead?
Hello. How are you guys today?
Good.
So I'm a really bad storyteller, just so you know. And I told Ashley, I said, I'm getting on here, I'm going to be telling a story. And she's like, oh, good. Do I need to be prepared? So she knows. So anybody, hi guys. I'm going to go ahead and get started since we are recording. I'm currently listening to these audiobooks on my way home. Well, to and from work. I work night shifts. So I always tell my girls, and I know that any of my girls that are on here probably have already heard this, but if you can utilize any time that you have that it's kind of like downtime, then utilize it. So I felt like I was wasting an hour driving to and from work. And so I'm like listening to music every day, trying to take different routes to work, and it's a 45-minute commute. So I thought, well, I'm going to start listening to audiobooks. And everybody's talking about this Rachel Hollis chick. So I listened to both of hers, and I heard Ashley talking about it a little bit too. But then I started like experimenting because I see all these books everybody else is reading, and I like to listen to some different type of people. If you want the name of this book when we're done, it's kind of maybe PG-13 or maybe rated R. So message me if you want the title of that book. So I wanted to go over one of the chapters. It's kind of like it's more like a little, I don't know, not really a whole chapter, just like a little like thing that he puts in there. But it's called Architects of Our Own Beliefs. And I know that that's the name of this specific part of the book. So some of my girls have heard me say this. I'm going to PG it up for you. So basically what he says is, basically take some random person and put them in a room. So basically I want you to envision like what you, like if you guys have seen the Saws, picture one of those rooms, just not as creepy. And then there's a board that's in there, and it's buttons and switches and lights. And then there's a light bulb at the top of the room. And if you hit some sort of pattern, the light bulb's supposed to go off and it's going to go ding. So you put a bunch of random people in separate rooms and you tell them, there's an undefined way to make this light bulb go off and make the thing go ding. So he said, basically you do this experiment, you put people in, I guess scientists have actually done this. And what people do is they think, okay, this button pattern made it go ding. Well, eventually they stop making it go ding. The light stops going off, there's no dings. So they're like, oh, maybe it's the way that I'm standing. So then they start experimenting with the way that their feet are, maybe standing on one foot while they're hitting this pattern of buttons. All of a sudden that stops. So basically throughout this experiment, there's different people doing cartwheels and hitting buttons and switches at random and making the light go ding. And then there's different people that are like hopping on one foot trying to make the different patterns go ding. So basically the experiment, there is no sequence and there is no pattern. And they don't know this going in there, but the idea is to see how many times they get this to go to ding in a 30-minute period. So once they come out and they realize there's no sequence, they fight with them. They say, yeah, there is. I tried it. And you basically have to hit this 3 times, hit the switch twice, then the button, or then the light goes ding. And so basically it's telling you what the human mind is capable of. And any two associations that you have with something, you start to believe it. So I kind of wanted to bring this into network marketing because I thought it was kind of cool, because I learn things from people every day, all day long, and everybody uses different things. So one of the things that I wanted to bring up was Ashley. Ashley does things completely different than I do them. I know Vicki personally because she's my sideline. She does things differently than I do them. And I noticed that everybody kind of thinks outside of the box when it comes to prospecting, retention, and things like that. So for me, I use yard sale groups. I used a group chat with my associates. I have my own personal associate group. I have my own personal customer group. I have a larger customer group, and we all kind of wing it, and we all kind of figure out what works for us. So there, if you guys are struggling at all, if you have ever struggled or if you've ever been overwhelmed, there are people that do things completely different. So, and one of the things that I remember hearing at Summit was, I'm trying to figure out how they worded it. Basically, you're going to see different people do things differently. So you need to pick up on doing those things differently. If you see somebody being successful, grab a hold of that successful person, see what they're doing, see how you can implement some of the things that they are doing differently in their business and helping you. So I know I'm a bad storyteller, but did it make sense? Did you get it?
Yeah, I did. I like that. And something that Hannah's really good at doing personally is she's good at creating buzz around in her groups around just not the same old thing. Like she's good at, like the other night she went, I always tell her this, she's really good at, her and her husband Matt are really good together. They're a really good team and they're funny together. And so they went live in their customer group and just like, you did like product questions, didn't you? And then like he kind of was in the background and he was like back there like modeling the products for her and stuff. And so like that's good. It's authentic, it's real, it's true to her. And so everybody, maybe you won't resonate with that with Hannah, but maybe something she does in there you can resonate with, or you can do yourself. Maybe you don't have a significant other that you can do that with, but maybe you could pick up on that and do it in your personal group. So I really like that. I think it's important. Yeah.
One thing that I did want to bring up is if you guys are not doing lives yet, you need to start doing lives. I'm just a 2-star. I say just a 2-star because I feel like I've been stuck here a while. But you know, to the experience that I've had over how I'm going to keep and how I'm going to grow past that, I think that God has put me here for a reason and has made me sit at 2-star for a while because I have learned so much. I've seen so many other people that hit 2-star around the same time as I did. Now they're hitting 3-star and 4-star, and watching them and seeing how they're doing, I've implemented that in my business. So I'm genuinely happy for them and congratulatory. I go to them and I say, hey, how did you do it? I need to know. Mm-hmm. And I've actually seen an amazing growth in my business and my company just by reaching out to those people. And I don't do this full time. I do this as a business. So this is like my second job, and I'm hoping to retire soon. Shh, don't tell anybody. Shh, tell. And so reaching out to those people, I can say because of my experience, it does work. And if you're not genuinely happy for those people, and if you're not genuinely cheering them on and you're jealous of that, don't be, because you're going to be there one day. And, you know, if you follow in their footsteps, you ask them questions, they're going to be more than happy to help you. And I've been there, I've done it. So, and I've even been on the terms of, well, how did she get there? And I haven't, you know, and once you swallow that pride and you get over that and you just start booking it and you're showing up every day, you'll be fine. Forget about all that. And one thing I want to with my husband, I wouldn't recommend all husbands getting on because there's sometimes that I kind of want to be like, get out of my life.
Oh yeah, he showed up on he was like in the background of one of her lives in Hannah's underwear one time, like trying to make her laugh. It was a team call or something. But that's them. That's funny. Like Vicky's different. She'll actually tell people, like, sing people happy birthday through Messenger. Like, and I wouldn't put it past her to actually do it in her birthday suit. Like, she's just that crazy. Yeah, I see her.
In his underwear, he was like I'm looking at my screen, and he was on the other side of my screen, and he was like walking by going, and I'm like, stop it.
Yeah, like you learn to concentrate. That's hilarious. No, I think all that's really good. I think it's important, and a key to that really is being confident and comfortable with what you bring to the table. Once you're confident in your space and you realize what you bring, then you can celebrate what somebody else is bringing without getting tripped over what you can't. So I really like that.
I do want to call you out for a second real quick while I still have a little bit of time. What I've noticed that Ashley's been doing, and this is really great for anybody that is a stay-at-home mom and incorporates this into their business, she's been doing stuff with her kids and her husband, and I think actually I saw some YouTube stuff, and that's pretty big right now. So if you're thinking about in the future, like you maybe want to have a YouTube channel, watch what Ashley's doing. I mean, everybody has an example of different things that they're doing just to get out on that social media platform and kind of getting out of their comfort bubble. And she's a perfect example of that.
So,
Yeah.
no, I think that's good. I think everybody has something different. Something else I'm doing different right now, and this might not be for everybody. I don't recommend it if you're just now starting or you haven't started getting income coming in. But I do look at sponsored ads on your personal, like starting an actual page and even trying to get prospects that way. If you've been with the company for a while and you're looking for a new way, that's something that I do. Too, that's a little bit different than I'm doing right now. I kind of had stopped it because I think sell sites, I think it's like going back and forth a little bit. Sell sites get big for a while, and then I think sometimes you need to go back to your personal like page and group that you created and go there for a minute and just go back and forth. So was there a task you were going to do with that one, Hannah, or are you good?
I kind of wanted to, really it's those who want to participate in this. If you think that, and you might have your upline on here being like, hey, you need to tell about what you do, blah, blah. But if you think that you're thinking outside of the box with something, put it in the comments here and kind of let people pick up on what you're doing differently. I know that one of the things that I just started was the Facebook page, and I haven't ever experimented in that before. Another thing that I mean, if you guys have a private page, I wouldn't recommend this in a multi-customer, excuse me, I'm doing a mystery box. And I think that I've seen Angel did some sort of mystery box, but mine's kind of different from that. I'll basically put my PayPal up and I'll say, $1 per entry. This is, the 3 days that it's going to be in. It's a $100 box or $100 worth of products. And basically I'm going to do a drawing in front of everybody. So it basically gets those people that aren't able to spend the $25 or aren't able to spend money on a month's supply. It helps them, hey, I only have to spend $1, maybe I'll win, it's not that big of a deal. Right. And so good success with that. So that's just one thing that I'm kind of doing to try to think outside the box, how to get more products in people's hands and just, we love the products. So why not try different tasks, So yeah. This is the first time. So something like that. If you think that you are doing something different that maybe is bringing in more prospects, maybe you send out business cards or thank you cards that allow you to have better retention. That's what I want you to share with us.
Yeah, so you guys can share it in this chat if you want to as we kind of go through. And then do you have something else that you have Hannah, or are you good?
No, that's all I've got.
Okay, so if you guys have something that you want to share with us, please do. We would love to hear it. And Hannah, if you think of anything else, just hop right on. Vicki, do you want to go ahead and go? And yeah, go ahead, Vic.
Okay. I'm sitting outside, so my neighbor started mowing a while ago. So if you can't hear, let me know. This morning when we met, I was talking about yard sale sites. When I post in yard sale sites, make sure you're saving your post. After you post your yard sale site, those 3 dots to the side, if you click on those, then you can save your post and it will go under save stuff on Facebook. And then make sure you're going back and looking at those yard sale sites, because Facebook is being awful about giving us notifications. And I went back to one this morning and had 10 people who were wanting information about our patches that if I wouldn't have went back, I wouldn't have seen them. I saved mine when I click on those. Somebody saying something.
Yeah. How do you access whenever you save a post? Where's that at?
When you scroll down your settings on Facebook, you're going to see save stuff. And that's where it's at. I save mine based on the date. Like for yard sale sites for today, I save them 9-4. And then I go back. I save them all for the month. And then you can go back and bump them. And so that's something I think everybody can do right now is go post in 3 yard sale sites. I have found that doing just saying CBD, hemp patches, 1 patch, 24 hours is what's working the best for me right now. Some people are still doing, our 2 pills twice a day, whatever you think is working for you that you want to post on in a yard sale site. But, when I first started, I was getting, 250 to 300 people commenting. I'm not getting that now. But if I'm getting like 10 to 20 on each post, that's great for me for right now. So I'm happy with that. So everybody go post in 3 yard sale sites and make sure you save them when you're done. Click on that save button. Ashley's going to play some music while you save your...
Yeah, I'm going to DJ this today. So this song's like 3 minutes, so I think, or 4. So we'll go ahead and start it.
And I will put in the comments just what I'm saying. I'm not putting a picture in my yard sale post. I'm just putting the words. And then in the comments, I'm putting like a couple testimonies and seeing amazing results coming in. So if you want to share one of your posts that, you know, I saw you said you did the one with your picture that was doing good for you in the yard sale sites.
Yeah, I'll share that verbiage too.
I'll see if I can copy it in there.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
I shared mine in there.
Okay.
Met a man wearing a t-shirt said Virginia's for lovers. Had a Bible in his left hand and a bottle in the other. He said all you're really given is sunshine in your name. We both started laughing when the sky started to rain. Get along down the road, we got a long way to go. Scared to live, scared to die. We ain't perfect, but we try. Get along, right hand. Always give love the upper hand. Paint the wall, learn things, call you on. Buy a book, drink a beer, sing a song, make a friend. Can't we all get along? Someone on a billboard, 1-800 get to know me. Wondered was she photoshopped or were her eyes really that lonely? Did she leave her hometown thinking she'd end up in LA? Did she break down in the desert and get stuck beside the highway? Get lost down the road. Got a long way to go. Scared to live, scared to die. We ain't perfect, but we try. Get along while we can. Always give love the upper hand. Take a walk, learn to dance, call your mom, buy a boat, drink a beer, sing a song, make a friend. Can't we all get along? Find out when you die, the keys to heaven can't be bought. We still don't know what love is, but we sure know what it's not. Sometimes you got to get along down the road. We got a long way to go. Scared to live, scared to die. We ain't perfect, but we try. Get along while we can. Always give love the upper hand. Take a walk, learn to dance. Call your mom, buy a boat, drink a beer, sing a song, make a friend. Can't we all get along?
All right. Everybody should probably be done now. Let's see. Vicky, were you going to
Yeah.
go over the members thing too?
Yeah. And hey,
Okay.
I was going to say, if you find some yard sale post ads that you like or whatever, I save all those like in the notebook on my phone. I make folders on my notebook for everything. You know, like I have one for our new patches information, for my Fat Blaster kit information. And then I have one for yard sale post on my notebook. And so then if I find a post that I like, then I save it there with a picture or whatever I want. So then I just copy and paste it to my yard sale site. Something I found, you know, we all write down our people we talk to. We put them on a list or on however you do it. If you write them in a binder, if you put them on the note cards, whatever. But another way to go back and talk to people is if you go to your list of groups on your Facebook, you're going to find your list of all the groups you're a member of. If you go to those list of groups, at the very top is your ones that, you know, you've made as your favorite groups. Below that is the other groups. So if you click on the up and down arrow beside those, you can put those groups in alphabetical order or most visited. I put them in alphabetical order. And then each day I go to a group. So whatever group is first, Allen County or whatever, if you click on that, and then at the top of that group, you're going to see the little circles that show all the members who are in that group. Right underneath those little circles is the admin and moderator. Below that, though, is anybody you are friends with. If those aren't another True Vision associate, obviously you're friends with those because you've added them from that yard sale site. So I started reaching out to those people. I mean, if you want to just reach out to them and say, hello, I hope you have a great day, that's reconnecting with those. But if you want to reach out to them, I'm reaching out to some of them to say, hey, I wanted to let you know we have a new snacks that have just came out. And so you can get the combo, sorry, the dump truck's going by. You can get our new snacks and the combo for $88. So just reconnecting with those people. So like some yard sale sites, you may just have 1 or 2 friends in. I mean, some you may have 100, depends on how many you got from that yard sale site. So each day I would pick 1 or 2 yard sale sites and message the people you're friends with in that group. You can keep that list. You can write it down on a piece of paper. That's another notebook folder I make, people I've connected with, which yard sale site I went to for the day. And so that's another way to connect with people.
Mm-hmm. So I want you guys to, I don't know if you guys are, what she just said, I hadn't done that. I've never clicked back into a group. I always just go into them and post. So she's going into the groups and then going under the members. So let's see. So she's clicking on see all of the members. And then like all of these people, once I click on them, all these people are my friends. As long as they're not True Vision associates, of course, like she said, that means all these people that I have messaged out of this yard sale group. So that's a great way to go back and talk to those people. So let's do that as a task. You want to do that as a task? We can click into one of your sale sites that have done well for you, or maybe just one that you find that's at your top.
I think if you start at the beginning, because that way you can keep track more, like go to your very first one and work your way down, you're going to find great success with that, reaching out to them again.
Right. Somebody said, can you say how to get the groups and put them in order again, Vic? Yeah,
so can you show it while I'm saying it? So if you go to your Facebook settings, you're going to see your list of groups.
Okay. Groups. I don't know what that is. Okay. I think it brings up all my...
And then see up at the top where it says see all.
Uh-huh.
So if you click on the see all, then it's going to bring up all of your friends or all of your groups.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and then at the very top is the ones that are your favorite. But if you scroll down a little further, you're going to see it says other.
Okay.
And then by the other, there's a little up and down arrow.
Uh-huh.
If you click on that little up and down arrow, that's where you can sort them either by your most visited or your alphabetical order. Right there, it shows it. So the second one is sort by ABC order, or A through Z order, I think it says. And so if you click on that, it's going to put your groups in alphabetical order for you.
Mm-hmm. Hey, what do you know? Rank Makers is at the top of my favorite. Okay, so let's go ahead and just spend a few minutes reaching out to those people. I don't care how you engage them. Maybe just say, hey, did you have something to say, Hannah?
I was just going to recommend another way to talk to people from your past. I've had to pick up little ones at school. So I'm not going to be looking at you guys. One thing that I've been doing this past week is I had a multi-associate group where I've had it for the last 3 years. And I haven't ever went in there and purged anything or said anything to anybody. I mean, I keep it updated with corporate stuff and I do videos on, different things. But I went through the friends list and I started messaging people that were in my multi-associate group. And I had just said, hey, I noticed you were still in my multi-associate group. Are you still on the product? Are you thinking about starting some of our CBD patches? Do you still want to be in the associate group to sell? Let me know. I have had so many people re-sign with me. I've had so many people have orders. So many people want to sell now. I mean, it's been ridiculous. And so that's just another way to go back. If you have a multi-associate group, to go back and do that. It's definitely worth your time.
Mm-hmm. Or if you even have a personal Facebook group, going through that even would be good. Multi-associate or personal. Okay, so let's go ahead. You can do either one of those, but let's spend like a song doing that, going in and messaging these people. Sometimes I just have to click on them, like whenever we do stuff like this, to see what was the last thing we talked about. So you'll probably just need to go off of whatever you talked about last. But let's spend some time and do that. So what you're doing is just going, I'm sorry, I'm not good at writing out like tasks 1, 2, and 3 or whatever. I'll try to do that at the end of this call, sorry. Too squirrely. But let's go ahead and go into our groups, find some group members, and maybe ones that we haven't chatted with in a while and send them a message. I'm gonna DJ this.
You know I'm back, like I never left. Another sprint, another step, another day, another breath. Been chasing dreams, but I never slept. I got a new attitude that at least in life is a peace of mind. Seeking to find I can sleep when I die. Want a piece of the pie, got the keys to the ride and shit. I'm straight. I'm on my way, get on my way. I'm running late. What can I say? I heard you died twice. Once when they bury you in the grave, and the second time is the last time somebody mentions your name. So when I leave here on this earth, did I take more than I gave? Did I look out for the people, or did I do it all for fame? Legend is Exodus, searching for euphoria, searching through the mud to find the present, no ignoring us. 20,000 deep up in the street like we some warriors. My mama told me never bow your head. I feel glorious, glorious. Got a chance to start again. I was born for this, who I am, not good at again. I made it through the darkest part of the night, and now I see the sunrise. Now I feel glorious, glorious. I feel glorious, glorious. I'm feeling glorious. The grip looking victorious. You know that we've been going since we hopped up at DeLorean. I'm gone. Things are just things. They don't make you who you are. Can't wait before you hold and take it with you when you come. We posted on the porch. My family's passing service stars. My grandma's smiling down on me like what the fuck. Okay, that's how I feel. That's how I ain't dead and hallelujah. Let me touch the tattoo. Another morning. Let's get in my way. I got my breath, I got my faith, and I remember why I came. Glorious, glorious. Got a chance to start again. I was born for this, who I am, not good again. I made it through the darkest part of the night, and now I see the sunrise. Now I feel glorious, glorious. I feel glorious, glorious. We gon' be alright, got all my life. A love in my eyes, hope I see you shine. We planted our flag, they don't understand. The world is off the ground. We gon' be alright, got all my life. A love in my eyes, hope I see you shine. We planted our flag, they don't understand. The world is off the ground. Glorious, glorious. Got a chance to start again. I was born for this, who I am, not good again. I'm heading through the darkest part of the night, and now I see the sunrise. Now I feel glorious, glorious. I feel glorious, glorious.
Right. Vic, did you have anything else that you wanted to share?
Nope, I'm good.
All right, thank you.
Yep, thank you.
So I wanted to take some time and just assign some importance to staying connected to people on our personal Facebook pages. So Kyla Helms, actually, I don't know if she's on or not, but she had shared in our associate group that she was in Ray Higdon's group, and he was talking about social media and engaging on your social media. He said it's pointless to post on your social media if you're not engaging 5 to 15 minutes before and then posting and then engaging 5 to 15 minutes after. And so I just wanted to take some time to do that today. Maybe just like 5 minutes, we'll take time to engage our friends list. You know, sometimes it's important, sometimes we get caught in the scroll hole. It's important to not get caught in the scroll hole, but realize that you're intentionally engaging people and assigning importance, I can't say that today, assigning importance to staying connected to people. And I think this is something that is important to do every single day. For me personally, for the first 5 minutes, we're going to probably go through and engage just our timeline, what pops up. A lot of times that will probably be associates. And then after, we're going to do a chatter chain, not a True Vision chatter chain, but we're going to do a, our post is going to be a playlist post. It'll be fun. It's more of an interactive post. And we'll hashtag it True Power Hour. And then after that, we'll go through for 5 minutes and engage our green dots, the people that might not see our stuff as often. And hopefully our interactive post gets posted into their news feeds. So sometimes I think if we keep it all about True Vision, that it can almost do us a little bit of harm because people get tired of seeing the same thing. So we're going to do an interactive post on a playlist. But let's go ahead first and I'm going to have you guys engage just your timeline or your newsfeed, not your timeline, your newsfeed. You'd be engaging with yourself if you engage with your timeline. So go through on your newsfeed and engage. You can like, you can comment, whatever, but go through. We're going to do this for 5 minutes. I'm going to play a song and we're going to engage on our news feeds with our friends and family. So go ahead.
Members in the wilderness, can't follow me. We get a little restless from the search and get a little worn out in between. Like a bull chasing the matador, man left to his own scheme. But everybody needs someone beside him, shining like a lighthouse from the sea. Brother, let me be your shelter. Never leave alone. I can be the one you call when you're alone. Brother, let me be your fortress. The night winds are driving on. Be the one to light the way, bring you home. Face down in the desert now, there's a gate locked around my heart. I found a way to drop the keys on the bell, is what our hands can be shut on. I ain't made for a rivalry, I can never take the world alone. I know that in my weakness I am strong, but it's your love that brings me home. Brother, let me be your shelter. Never leave alone. I can be the one you call when you're alone. Brother, let me be your fortress. Night winds are driving on. Be the one to light the way, bring you home. Brother, let me be your shelter. Never leave alone. I can be the one you call when you're alone. Brother, let me be your fortress. Night winds are driving on. Be the one to light the way, bring you home. Brother, let me be your shelter. Never leave alone. I can be the one you call when you're feeling low. Brother, let me be your fortress. Night will turn on. Be the one light the way, bring it home. Brother, Never leave you alone. I can be the one you call. Be alone. Let me be alone. Now you hear me coming on. Be the one I can win. Be the one I can win.
All right, so now we're gonna do our interactive post. And I thought it would be fun to do, so I'm like all about music. If you've been on any of my power hours, you know that I like DJ myself here. But I thought it would be fun to come up with a playlist with each other in a chatter chain. So whatever the music is that motivates you while you're working out maybe, or while you're on power hour, just whatever motivates you. But I'm gonna have you guys post you guys could do a post like, what is your current playlist, or what songs motivate you, what on your actual personal timelines. You need to make sure it's public. And then I'm sure most of you guys have done this because they've done chatter chains and hashtags before. But then at the end of it, hashtag true power hour. So that way we can all comment on each other's stuff, and we may be able to come up with a cool playlist. Something that I do too, if I'm at work, I normally always have music playing if I'm at work or whatever, because it helps motivate me. But whenever I'm at work, I have playlists that are like, I know that are an hour and a half long. If I know that I need to follow up and I need to actually sit down and concentrate my mind on following up, because for me, follow-up isn't fun. Maybe for you, it is fun. For me, follow-up is not fun. And so for me, I have a playlist that I even just put down that is like follow-up. And for an hour and a half, this music plays and I actually go and engage and follow up with people. So whether it be inactive associates, active associates. That's what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna do an interactive post and we're gonna come up with a playlist. You guys can comment whatever songs are your favorite, whatever motivates you. Maybe it's why you work out, maybe it's why you are working, but post on your actual timeline, what is your current playlist, or what is your favorite motivational song, or however, in your words, however is authentic to you with your verbiage. And then hashtag true power hour, so that way we can all comment on it. And if you're on, I hope that you do that, because we have 34 people on. So if you're on, please jump on your timeline and do that, and hashtag true power hour. And we will, it's kind of like a chatter chain, but it's kind of more of an interactive post too. But I thought it'd be fun to see what your guys' songs are that motivate you. Hannah, did you have something? Did you want to share a song?
No, I seen the other day there was like 35,000 women that were screaming that Lizzo song, that new "Why me, right? You gotta be right," or something like that. But it was like it said 35,000 white women are singing, and it was so funny because I hear that I see it on like all the movies and all the videos now of people singing that. So, anyways, my post is
Okay, and if as you get done, please comment done so we can look for your name. If your name's like Hannah's, then kind of put your last name too, so we know who to search for if we're not friends. But make sure that you put True Power Hour. I'm gonna start a song so that way we can go through it. Be looking for those hashtags. If you go to your search bar, you can look for those hashtags and then comment on other people's that have theirs actually public. And I'm going to do a song, sorry for the words in it. Some of it has some bad words in it, but it is a good one. Bad words, I'm sorry, I'm so PG. But this one's one of my favorites right now to listen to. So here we go.
Hey, I'm on vacation every single day because I love my occupation. Hey, I'm on vacation. If you don't like your life, then you should go and change it. Hey, I'm on vacation every single day because I love my occupation. Hey, I'm on vacation every single day, every single day. Every single day, every single day. Everybody's so alive, let me dream. I'm smiling down upon enemy. Who the shit that love it on a daily. Say you like a job, don't never leave, never leave, but that ain't gonna be me, that ain't gonna be me. And I'm not up for me, I said it's on me on TV. I said it wasn't easy, but now I'm living crazy, bro. This engine from the back of my hands, they too crazy, bro. Hey, I'm on vacation every single day, cause I love my occupation. Hey, I'm on vacation every single day, every single day. Every single day, every single day. Every single day, every single day. I'm so thankful for everything. The food you make my life, I work hard for all I need. Love in this life and all get the paper. I work the things I want that you never tell me. Over as you have to do this, if I'm not ready. I live life, I live in good life, alone, baby. I make a living and a living, and I'm say. I'm on vacation every single day, cause I love my occupation. I'm on vacation every single day, every single day. Every single I may be a weirdo, but this is my year, yo. My life may be crazy, my lack of the lazy has let me do shit that I love on the daily. Do the shit I love on the daily. Everybody calling your I'm on vacation every single day, cause I love my occupation. I'm on vacation. If you don't like your life, then you should go and change it. I'm on vacation every single day, cause I love my occupation. I'm on vacation every single day, every single day.
Okay, I didn't get to everybody, but I sure will whenever I get off this call. Is everybody pretty well done? Let's see. I want to make sure William Hill. I'm going to screenshot these names so I can make sure I find them after this. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and go and engage our green dots. So we're going to engage the people. Sad but true, I don't have a playlist to share. So hopefully we can give Kane some ideas. Or Kane Griffin, it's under Connie. Hopefully we can give you some good ideas. Hopefully I'm giving you some good ideas today. I feel like I've got a good mix going here. Oh, I'm gonna get this one really quick too. I wanna make sure I get everybody. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into our green dots now and we're gonna engage our green dots. You will notice if you click on your green dots, some of those people have unfriended you. That is okay. I don't go in and, if they've unfriended me, I don't go in and re-comment on their profile. That's creepy, I feel like. So I make sure that I'm friends first. I click on their profile, make sure I'm friends, and then I will go and interact on their post. So we're gonna go in, if you don't know what the green dots are, that's just going into Messenger. And down here on an iPhone, I don't know what it looks like on a Droid, but right here, if you click on that, oh wait, yeah. It's going to, if you scroll down, it's going to show you all these green dots mean people are active. Lisa Hester, I'm so glad you're on here. Lisa's under Hannah. She's pretty cool. I love Lisa. She just got a trip around the world, I feel like, to go to Summit. But anyway, there I go, squirrel. But you just scroll down through, and these are all your green dots. These are the people, if you scroll down, you're going to get through associates, you're going to get through True Vision people, and you're going to get through people that have sent you a friend request. Probably, maybe you're going to get through to an old high school friend that you just haven't, their stuff hasn't been on your feed for a while. So make sure that you, oh, Lisa Hester, yeah, you're right. So make sure you go down through and find these green dots. Make sure I scroll down quite a bit of ways. to find mine, and I still haven't got through all of them, I don't feel like. So go down through your green dots. We're going to engage those for a while. These are people that you probably haven't spoke to for a little bit, but we're not going to message them today. We're just going to let them know we're here, we're watching you, we love you, we support you, and we're encouraging on your the stuff that you're posting. People post because they want you to interact. So let's go ahead and spend 5 minutes doing that. Hannah, I saw you hop on. Did you have something you wanted to share?
No, I'm driving.
Okay. All right. I just saw you pop on and I was like, I wonder if Hannah, she shows her face when she wants to say something. Go ahead.
No, I was just looking at the chats to try to catch up on who I need to comment for, but there's some that I don't know their last names because it just says like Jenny said that she was done. I can see Lori Bilski. I think that Kevin is Kevin Russell. Jenny Clay is who it was. So if your name is different on Facebook than it is on Zoom, then be sure you're adding those so we can go comment.
Yeah, because sometimes it won't bring up all the true power hours for whatever reason. So make sure that if you are writing your last name on here so we can make sure to show you some love. Hey, I'm just going to give this little tease here. I wasn't in the Truest Ones group, Elisa's group. I don't know why, but I messaged her before this because I have something fun for you guys that we're going to do in that group today at the end. But I forgot I was going to mention this. I have 5 free trials that I'm going to ship to somebody. That stays on till the end of the call. So it'll be fun though. It'll be something interactive and fun. But okay, so let's go ahead and do our green dots. I'm going to start a new song and go through your green dots, interact with some people, and show them some love. Here.
With a little love and some tenderness, we'll walk upon the water, we'll ride above the mist. With a little peace and some harmony, we'll take the world together, we'll take them by the hand. I saw you standing there, your head was down, your eyes were red, the comb I got your hair. I said, get up and let me see you smile. We'll tell you what together, walk the world. The best that I can. And I wasn't wasting time till I thought about your problems. I thought about your problems, then I still. And then I screamed aloud. I don't want to be one of your problems. Don't want to be one of your cries. I wanna love you the best. Well, that I can.
Right. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap this thing up. It's 2:51. I always like think I'm not gonna have enough time, or I'm gonna get through everything, and then I won't have anything to say. And I've like got through 3 of my tasks there. Hannah, did you have something else you wanted to add?
I'm looking up the author of the book that I was talking about, so I'll have that here.
Just share the name of it. We've all heard cuss words before. I just shipped out last week from the ones that the people won for me, and it had the cuss words on the front of it bleeped out.
Well, this one's by Mark Manson, and it's called The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F. But I mean,
I've read it. It's good.
It really does. I've been listening to the audiobook, so when I pull up to like a stoplight, I'll turn it down real quick. Like, make sure nobody's listening. But yeah, it really does impact your business. It just really lets you just see things from a different level and stop making excuses for yourself. So it's really good.
And that's an audiobook that you're listening to?
Yeah, Vicki, do they have it on paper, book, or hardback?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they do. I've seen
Yeah.
Vicki post it.
Yep.
Okay, so the last thing that I want to talk to you guys about and kind of challenge you guys. So it's Wealth Wednesday. If you're in Rank Makers, Wealth Wednesday is basically like where you show kindness to somebody by doing some kind of financial exchange, whether it be, you know, people have like left $5 in baby formula. They've paid for the person behind them. They've given somebody a gift card, just random things. But I wanted to challenge you guys to either do a Wealth Wednesday something. And really, Rank Makers is more about rank advancing, but I love that he dedicates a day to, yeah, Janice, me too. Dedicates a day for us to to impact the world in a positive way. I think that's so important. So I love Wealth Wednesday. So I would challenge you guys to either do a Wealth Wednesday challenge where you are showing kindness in some form, whatever comes to your mind. I've sent flowers to people before. As we know, I've paid for people behind me. It's very nerve-wracking. And you know what? Doing Wealth Wednesday can get you out of your comfort zone too. So you can either 1, do Wealth Wednesday, or you can 2, do something that gets you out of your comfort zone. And to everybody that participates, I'm going to put you guys all into a drawing for 5 trials. We all know probably I know a lot of us, our business started on these trials. And awesome, Connie, that's awesome. So what I want you guys to do, the group that I know that we're all kind of collectively in is Truest Ones, and that is in Elisa Cowart's associate group. And so I'm going to do a post in there for you guys to do a comfort zone challenge or a Wealth Wednesday, and you guys to do something out of your comfort zone. So you can either do a Wealth Wednesday, some random act of kindness, or 2, you can do something that's out of your comfort zone. Something that one of Hannah's associates actually had posted that I really liked. And I know we always talk about comfort zone and stuff, but she had posted like, this right here is our comfort zone. Right here is the fear zone. As we get out of the fear zone, we get into the learning zone. And as we get out into the learning zone, that's the growth zone. And I know a lot of us try to stay in the learning and the growth zone, but like Hannah was talking about, everybody brings something uniquely different. And whenever you discover what that thing is, a lot of times what would like to hit you is fear, and you don't want to move from the safe place that you're at. And so I would just challenge you guys to do something, think about you, think something that's very authentic to you, something that you do. Maybe you're like Vicki, maybe you engage people in conversations at the gas pump. Like, you know, like maybe that's you. And that's something for you to get outside your comfort zone. So I just would challenge you guys to do that. I'm going to put a post. I asked Elisa if she could add me to this group. So that way we kind of had a common place for all of us to go to. And just put on the post what you did to get out of your comfort zone, 1, or what you did for Wealth Wednesday. And we can help share and motivate each other. One of my quotes that I had just recently wrote down, I wanted to leave you guys with this because I thought it was so good. On this chart in the growth zone, something that comes in with once you get into the growth zone and you get past that fear, you can find purpose, you can live dreams, you can set new goals, and you can conquer new objectives. Your capacity grows. And so I love that it says find purpose, because one of the quotes that I recently saved on my phone, I'm weird, I save nuggets. I'm like a nugget girl. Like, I find nuggets and then I talk about them for like 10 minutes. And then I find a nugget and then I go back to the nugget and then I talk about it. Go ahead.
You have to love tank. You gotta feel that.
Yeah, you gotta fill those love tanks, baby. Fill the love tanks. I'm a nugget girl. So one of the quotes that I really liked recently that I thought was so good that pertains to us is the brands, and I say the businesses, that will thrive. And this is Richard Branson. This is a quote from Richard Branson, one of the wealthiest men. The brands that will, or businesses that will thrive in the coming years are the ones that have purpose beyond profit. And so it's the ones that are chasing a purpose, the ones that are partnered with purpose. If you want to see retention in your teams, you have to figure out what people have inside of them and call it out in them. Hannah's extremely well with, like I said at the beginning of this call, she's good at creating interaction, creating a buzz. Vicky's a very good people person. You have to call those out in people in your team, and then they realize themselves, like, this is inside of me, this is something that I can share, and this company is something I can partner with to get that gift in me. And so I love that quote from Richard Branson, because if we can get focused not on the money, but on the purpose, what everybody brings to the table, as Hannah talked about, then I believe we do become a company that thrives. So Hannah, Vicky, did you guys have anything else that you wanted to add? I have buzz beads on them.
I do, of course.
Go for it.
This really isn't a task for you to do this week, but I really think that you guys should start, if you have not already, doing live videos, because with the app that's coming out, I'm doing a weekly challenge with my associates right now to try to get them motivated coming into the fall. And if you guys aren't doing live videos yet, that's where it's going to be at. Then we're going to have these videos where you can go live from your own personal platform and it'll direct them to your back office to purchase. So this is a great thing that corporate put together for us. And if you're not utilizing it now, you're not going to be comfortable with it whenever we do have that. And it's going to be like a little scroll bar at the top, by the way that I understand that Derek had talked about it. So if you're not on the live videos, get on the live videos, because it's going to be a huge, important part of your business. Vicki, do you have anything? I know you usually do.
Nope, I'm good.
All right. Thank you guys for hopping on with me. Thank you guys for all staying on. I'm going to post that in the Truest Ones. Please comment what you do so we can motivate each other and encourage each other in what we've done. Bye, Max. We'll see you guys. Have a good rest of your day.
Bye.